Okay,
As of
right.
now, I am using the Google Excel sheet, which I got it through the Google for the
Hmm.
CRM. And rest of
Okay,
the things are manual right now. Our all the quotations, invoicing, payment receipts, everything is a manual process right now.
okay,
Now we are planning to automate everything through a simple ERP system. We don't want any complex ERP system.
hmm,
We are looking very simple ERP system, which will be a user friendly, easy to use, and can be customized as per our requirements.
right. Okay, okay. So in this, you also have a manufacturing process or manufacturing kind of business, right? Or how is
Yes,
it like?
it's all in Make in India program, but we are
Okay.
not manufacturing by ourselves. We are designing our solution, and it's a contract based manufacturing.
Oh, okay, okay,
But
okay. That is how it
obviously,
is.
our contractor is based out in India, so we have to set up a process where we can also track their processes also through our system.
Okay, okay. So completely manufacturing is been outsourced to third parties. What they?
Yes,
Okay,
yes. We don't want to get
okay.
into the manufacturing. We are just designing our product. Our all the product designing, everything is done by us, and
Hmm.
that design has to be manufactured by the third party,
Right.
like other OEMs are doing, like Cisco or
Other way.
iPhone. Anybody, if you see, they don't manufacture by themselves. They just design their product, and it will be contract manufacturing by the third party. So we are following the same footprints.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, and but then assembling and everything is everything is been taken care by OEMs, right? There could be some
Everything will be taken
assembling.
care. I mean, it's an end-to-end product development and design will be the designing of the product and will be done by us, and the development and all the assembling, everything will be done by the third party.
Third party, and the implementation on site or wherever
That will be done by us. All
okay,
the
okay.
software development, if required, we will do by ourselves in house.
Okay, okay,
The basic design and software will be provided by the contractor, and rest of the things, any feature enhancement, testing, if there is any customization in the software, all will be done by us.
okay, okay, got it. Yeah, hi Ganesh, good morning.
Hello. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, Mr. Sumit Bhartia is there with me.
Good morning,
Hi
sir.
Dinesh, good morning.
Okay, Ganesh, I was just discussing about their business and what exactly they would be looking for in ERP. It's an interesting. I'll just cut short and give you the brief what they are looking for. See,
Okay.
they are basically an IoT company serving to around 16 plus countries on manhole and other activities that they have mentioned on the website as well. The process is like simple: is sales, CRM, purchase, accounting. See, this thing. Maybe on-site management is could be also the part. Just correct me, Sumit ji, if
Yes,
I'm
yes,
wrong
correct.
here. Okay. So production, they outsource all the activities of production and assembling and everything. So that is not that should not be covered in this ERP or the
Okay.
training that we are looking after.
Okay.
But site manager, because like Cisco or any other OEMs, they get their product developed, and in case if there is any software changes that are required to implement that product, are done by TechSoil. I mean, Mr. Sumit company.
Okay. Understand. Okay.
Okay, so this is how, and they are a startup and make in India kind of concept they are working on. So this
Okay.
is a short background of what we
All
had discussed in
right.
5-10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you have
So,
any questions, then we can take the discussion.
yeah. Yeah. Then I'll share my screen and quickly do it because we have another meeting at 11:45.
Yes, yes.
See,
Maybe Sumiji, in case if we are not able to complete in this time frame, but we will give you an overview and you will have a clear idea. Okay, this is a suitable product, and then we can have more sessions.
Sure,
Next.
sure.
Okay.
yeah. Sumit ji, can you see my screen?
Yeah, Ganesh, I can see your screen, but your voice is very low. Actually, I can't hear your voice properly.
Okay. Just a minute. Yeah. Let me close down all other.
Yeah, it is clear to us, but maybe some issues.
Okay. Is it better, Sumitji, now?
Yeah, it is a little better.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So just to give a quick background, we are a Google's technology partner, and we have built this product on Google's cloud. So all the infrastructure is by Google, and Google takes care of all other aspects like backup, security, even scaling up and down of a system.
Okay.
And many of the things we use software as a service from Google itself. For example, database as a service. So we don't manage database ourselves. Google manages it. We just
Okay.
use it as a service. Okay. So while logging in, we have two options to the system. You can use a Google's account. If you have a G Suite account, then you can directly use this, or we can have a native user ID password as well.
Sure.
So when we do this, you can imagine all the security login related details are taken care by Google.
Mm-hmm.
So I used, I was already logged into email here, which is a business account. So it took me inside. Otherwise, it will ask me user ID, password, and if required, OTP also.
Okay.
So that's how. So we come down. So once I log into the system, these are the modules. We can have an approval management setup.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be handled by this module. We will see quickly how this works.
Sure.
And then we have a full-fledged accounting system, purchase, say, CRM, sales, inventory management,
Mm-hmm.
a small part of supply chain management, then production, HRMS, where you can process the payroll and get the relevant reports. Then we have expense management, task management, small support management, where you can punch in the customer cases and assign to internal people and have a registry of cases.
Okay.
Then again, a small part of project management, where you'll be able to create project milestone tasks within a project and be able to complete those and see a big picture in the product. And a quality management. Of course, this quality management is required if you are using a production kind of module.
Mm-hmm.
So what we will do is we'll just cover right now this sales, CRM, purchase, and accounting, I believe, in your case, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll start with the CRM. Suppose you get an inquiry, how
Mm-hmm.
it will work. So you can punch in the inquiries in the system.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, how many people are there in your sales team?
See, we are almost like 7 people in the sales team.
Okay, fine. So whenever an inquiry comes, you come to the inquiry section, you register it. What was the source? Maybe I did email marketing. We go ahead. These all other details are optional. If required, we can punch in. Search Pune West. We can type in all the information, but I'll type in only the required details here.
Mm-hmm.
And I create an inquiry in this. So I have a very created system. This XYZ limited. See all inquiries in the system when you come to the inquiry section.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can do on inquiry is important. For example, this is the inquiry number. This is basic information. But what we normally do is we do a follow-up. Say I want to do a follow-up on this inquiry. I need to do a phone call. And you can put a date when they want this inquiry to be done. Suppose they asked us to call next Wednesday. You can put this. You can write more details here. Okay, and this is how you can add follow-ups to be done on n number of inquiries in the system.
Mm-hmm.
And what system does is then it can give you a report here that how many for inquiry pending follow-ups. If you click on me, so what are all the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Things are emailed to in the email box every morning. Say that you need to talk to this inquiry, that inquiry, you need to send email. So that can be done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you can mark follow-ups as completed if required. Say, for example, I go here And I can mark this as a closed and put a note, closing note on what happened in this, and you can add
Okay.
further details. So you have a even this is basic follow-up related detail. You can attach files related to that if there is some information if required. You can send email on this inquiry from here. You can create different templates, and you can choose a template. It will be pre-populated with attachment or basic information, and you can send email. All the
Okay.
previous information can be seen here. So this is the basic thing on inquiry. Now what we do next, once we have an inquiry punched in, if it is, many times you get a lot of inquiries, but those are truly not your customers or prospects which are ripe for next stage.
Correct.
What we do, we have a concept called leads. So we
Mhm.
filter out the leads from inquiries which are potential good requirements.
Mhm.
Okay, so you can have n number of inquiries punched in. You have a database. You can do follow up. You get some help. You can have a conversation. At some point or other, you convert an inquiry into lead. So if you click on this convert to lead, the system will ask you more detail. For example, what is the accurate name? XYZ PVT Limited, suppose. What is the real contact number details? Other details. What is the requirement about? You can put the requirement about product 1. And then you can add additional, what is the approximate value of this lead? When is this expected to be closed? Who is the authority? Who is going to decide? Do they have budget? What is the detailed requirement? What is the timeline they are looking for? You can enter all these details on a lead. With, in a popular term, it's a BANT requirement, BANT. That's budget, authority, need, and timeline details. And you convert this into a lead. So once inquiry is converted into a lead, you have the same thing coming into another bucket we call leads here. And when it comes to the lead, you have a list of leads here. What you can do on leads, these are various stages the leads can be. So like we have an unassigned stage, prospecting, evaluating. You can create these stages as per your test, as per your requirement of your sales.
Okay.
So all these lead stages are configurable, and actually they will be different for different sales teams. You can rename this. You can add more stages. But once you have the leads, you can put leads into various stages. So maybe from initial stage to more of a almost closer stage you can put, and you can change the stage of a lead at various times. You can assign a priority. You can add more details on the lead. For example, I have an item master created in system already, say sample item 1, 2. Suppose they have requirement for this 100 pieces of product 1. So these are the details. Additional detail can be added, communication detail, address detail, as required, but they all are optional. So this is the lead. I keep saving the lead. I keep adding the follow-ups. The previous follow-ups are carry forwarded here for a history purpose. And then the same thing as inquiry, but what additional things you can do is you can create quotations quickly against this inquiry.
Okay.
So I've converted an inquiry into lead, and lead I'm creating a quotation. So I click on the single click, and system will create quotation against this lead, where I'll be able to send a formal quotation. Okay. some setup is missing on this. Let me check what is that. Okay, so ship to addresses missing on this. Fine. What I'll do is when you convert it into a lead, there is a pre-customer stage we called account here. Account gets created for that company, and we get account contacts. You can convert this into customer when you really have an invoice, or there is what we call, there is order from the customer. And when we convert it to customer, we create their accounts, ledgers, everything in the system. So I'll quickly go ahead and convert this to customer. Once it is converted to the customer, so right now it is okay. On the quotation, you can have predefined terms and condition, but if required, we can type in terms and conditions specific to this quotation. Just type something, save this. And once a quotation is created, you can print and see the quotation before sending it. This is customizable format. Normally, your logo will come here, quotation details will come here, customer details will come here, bill to ship to addresses will come here, and then we will have the product or line item service detail here with GST details, term and conditions. So this quotation can be, once it is created, you have many options in the system. You can attach document files, see the email messages, set up a follow-up on quotation, or if required, can be emailed from system itself. On this, you can email the same quotation from here.
Okay.
Okay, what will happen is you can convert this quotation into invoice. So I'll convert this quotation into invoice now. Almost everything will get converted from their pricing and all. And I'll save this invoice. And once it is finalized, suppose we send the invoice, assuming to the customer. Okay, so this invoice is sent. Again, you can print and see the invoice here with all the details. But when it is confirmed invoice in the accounting, you'll have an entry done as a receivable. So if we go to payment receivable, as per the due date of invoice, you will have this amount coming here. And suppose if they pay advance, you can record an advance against it. I'm just going ahead and showing it. Suppose they paid 1 lakh rupees advance against this, and we received it into current account. Yeah, so you will have this receivable as partially paid. Now you can see the due amount is only 1 lakh rupees minus of original amount. And if you see the ledger of that particular customer, okay, and this is what the balance is. This was the receivable from there, and this is the received amount, and this is the balance on that ledger. So this is how we quickly saw how we can convert register inquiries, convert to lead, then convert to invoice, sale, and then how it links to the account. So this is how it's integrated. All the modules are integrated, and then there are many dashboards out there which I didn't discuss earlier. So for example, you can see the sales funnel by lead stages, what are different stages, how many leads, what is the value. You can get the idea. You can see the sale leads, summary by sales representative. Right now, this is the one inquiry lead I added it. Similarly, if you go to the account, you will be able to see a dashboard like what are your total receivables from which company, what are the payables. This is the receivable, that's payable, and you can see this is our receivable as part of total receivable of this. So this was a flow from inquiry to your payment from the customer and tracking all details in between. Any queries on this?
No.
All right. So I think, and then we have a similar flow on the other hand side. Suppose you do a purchase, you can create a purchase inquiry. You can convert a purchase inquiry, purchase requisition. Do you use the concept of a purchase requisition today?
No.
Okay. So of course, being a small, but big companies normally they won't purchase anything. Somebody will get it approved from the management or appropriate authorities that we need to purchase this. Once that is approved, then only they go and issue purchase order to the outside world.
That is correct. We are a startup company. We are a very small company right now. So we take the quotations from the multiple vendors, negotiates with the lowest one of the vendor, then issues the purchase order manually to them.
Exactly. Yes. Correct. Yeah.
So this is what the process we are using right now.
That's right. So what happens is, suppose somebody needs a material, he puts a purchase requisition in the system. So I'll create a purchase requisition. The person comes up, he says, I need sample item 1 and 2. I need this 10 quantities. Sample item.
Yeah, this purchase and supplier quotations can be used for this comparison or something like that.
So I created a purchase requisition here now. Of course, I do not have approval defined on this. I'll show you how approval works, but I can finalize it myself right now because there's no approval. Small companies don't have approvals. They create and send it as a digital record that this is the requisition. Once a purchase requisition is created, the purchase department comes to know by alert and email that this purchase requisition is approved. They need to work on this requisition. So what they can do is they can send an inquiry to supplier directly via system. They'll pick up a product and send that inquiry. What else they can do? They can report the supplier quotations, 2-3 quotations they got, and they see a quotation compare. So if they enter 3 supplier quotation, they will see the 3 prices with their terms and conditions. At some point, you will convert that into 1 or more purchase orders. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll set up an approval for purchase orders, so you'll come to know how it works. So you can set up approval on anything. Like I type purchase, so it is showing 3 documents related to purchase. Now I'll go ahead and set up approval on this. I can say approval settings, and first approval I'll say purchase manager need to approve it. You can create such roles. So this is level 1. Level 2, I want CMD to approve it, and only if the value is greater than 10,000. So you can define such, and as many level of approval as you want. Now, who is the purchase manager? Who is the CMD? That's we can define in the system.
Okay.
Go and show you that part also. Suppose these are the role, you can add new roles as per your requirement.
Okay.
And say this is the purchase manager role. So who is the person doing that purchase manager? I can set up which person is a purchase manager. So as people go and leave, you have your settings done. You only remove people from this role and add them into. Suppose he gets promoted to some other role, VP role. Remove from here and add it into another role. All other changes need not be done.
Okay.
Okay. So I just added a purchase manager role here. Purchase order. I'll go and I'll try to convert that requisition into purchase order now. So I went to the purchase order, converted this purchase requisition into purchase order. All I have to do is select a particular supplier that I want to send to. We have a supplier master, customer master, atom master. So the moment you type a couple of characters, it will show matching suppliers from this. When is this due and what are the prices? So I can, but the prices can also automatically come here, and what is the tax on that? So I'll save again. Terms and condition can be predefined once in the setting. You don't have to type again and again here, but if required, you can type. So I created a purchase order. Once it is created, you can print and view. This is in draft mode. Supplier detail, purchase order detail, billing detail, shipping detail, services detail, and all other details. Now you can see earlier I was not getting this submit button. I could finalize the document like purchase requisition myself. Now I cannot because there is approval defined and I see a submit button. So I can submit it now. Okay, so I submitted it for approval. So the moment it is submitted for approval, I cannot edit it. It's the status of it. This purchase order is pending approval. Everything is freezed. I cannot change it. Okay. These detail I cannot change because it is pending for approval. So the person gets an alert. He gets an email about like this, that there is a purchase order assigned created by so and so. Now that person when goes into approval module, in my approval, all the approval assigned to him. The approval is the admin or person, suppose someone leave and you want to approve it on behalf, you can do it. So like I'm an admin right now, I'm approving it on behalf of purchase manager, that is this. Like while approving, I can open and see how that purchase order looks like. If I want to make any changes, I can send that back to the user, return back to creator with a note saying, please update this detail terms and condition. I can reassign it to a person. Then I can approve or reject from here. I can reject it. I can approve it. I can see previous approvals. And I can see attachments of any. So I'll go ahead and approve this purchase order. Okay, once it is approved, this purchase order is approved now. I'll go back and this is the purchase order. We have it. This is the number of a purchase order. Now we'll send it to the user via system, or this is a PDF document you can save, attach to the email, or take a printout and hand it over to supplier.
Okay.
At some point on a due date or at some point, he will come back with the material. You can go to the inventory module and create a stock receipt or GRN. Are you using Tally right now or any other tool?
No.
No. Okay. So you can create.
In fact, they are using Google Sheet some format, and most of the things is manual.
I understand. Yeah. Okay. So they create a receipt. Say they say a receipt, and now the moment, of course, they can look at the material and type here what material they received, how much quantity and all. But we have a purchase order. Click on this, it shows the open purchase orders. It is select, it will print the document, stock receipt, the atom price, for which buyer it is. The due quantity purchase order for less atoms. And you can choose which warehouse you are taking the material in. So I took it in default warehouse. I'll just save as draft, and I'll finalize myself now because there's no approval defined. Otherwise, you can have approval on this also. Like some companies have quality manager checking it. So this is approved. I should see this material quantities, 10 and 15 quantities in the current stock. Yeah, so we have 10 and 15 as a current quantities in the warehouse. When the supplier sends the material, he also sends his invoice. So you can record an invoice of supplier in the system. Make his payment. So I go to the supplier invoice section and enter a supplier invoice.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Is it audible?
Go ahead.
Yeah. I saved this in draft mode. We can have an approval on supplier invoice also. So supplier invoice is what is we have to pay to supplier. So I selected our terms that we pay normally on 15 days after we received, or 30 days. You can select that. This is the due date of a payable. And once it is finalized, it will make an entry in the system as a payable to this supplier. So this is finalized, and if you go to the accounting, like you had an entry for receivable, you have an entry for payable in the accounting automatically. So this is the amount now. Okay. And if you go and open the supplier's ledger account, that how much is pending, how much is paid to supplier, you can see this supplier, this is the amount total payable. Supplier invoice number 2, this is 590 is the amount. From invoice number 3, this is the amount. Okay, so this is how, and up to balance sheet or profit and loss statement, you can get the results. Say I go to system, it will show me my profit and loss statement here. What is my revenue? What is my expenses? And if I click on this expenses, you can see drill down by various heads. Even you can go and take get a balance sheet out of this as you make the entries in system. And this is your balance sheet. Yeah. Which again you can take a printout. So I think this completes both flows, purchase, sale, and they are end to end. I mean, you can see here, I raised the purchase requisition. We got a material inventory department, and then automatically it made an entry in accounting and approval. So approval also. Any queries on this?
No.
Okay.
Good to.
So this is the high level, very high level overview, but you should get the idea that what you can do in the product.
Sure.
Okay. So anything else? If it is not there, maybe we can have a detailed discussion or demo again if required. I think we can stop time being.
Sure.
Anything else that you wanted to see in the system, or how is it like? I mean, any review?
I also have some of the ideas what I need into the ERP system. Let me formalize those processes.
Okay.
I will let you know so that you can let me know how these processes can be implemented and what all is required to implement this. I'm using the open source platform for that. It could be easily customizable.
Yes.
So let me define my processes in next couple of weeks. I will be defining all the processes for the ERP system, from sales, operations, accounting, everything.
Okay.
Process flow has been done. I will probably discuss with you once again.
Surely. So meanwhile, what I will do, I will create a trial demo login ID and password for you.
Sure.
Also share this video. I have recorded this today's session.
Sure.
So that you can always go.
I might be in Pune maybe next weekend or maybe a week later. So let's try to catch up also.
Surely. That is also great idea. Not an issue.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.